Hello and welcome back to the BA Gaming channel. Now today we've got some more Rebel Inc. It's it's a game that I've first played on the channel, absolutely loved it, and I was so engaged in it, so in depth, and it's such a good game. I want to play some more of it for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto the main game and we're going to try and get the Saffron Fields sorted. We're going to be a civil servant. We haven't got any advisor slots, so we're just going to go straight into it on normal, and then we are going to go for Asher Delight again. Now, hopefully, this time we can sort something out. um, I won't go through all of the things on here because at the moment, what was I going to say? At the moment, we have we have the first video that's out on the channel, which has kind of the not the basis, but kind of everything that you kind of need to know in terms of what's going on. Um, so if you do want to go and see what's kind of going on with this game, then you probably want to go and watch the first episode. Just because the first episode kind of helped us. Well, I say helped us. Kind of shows you exactly what's going on. So as you can see, the little hammer's going away. We've got our infrastructure in place, and as we have seen from the first episode, the insurgents comes from these hills. Now we want to get the army. Well, first thing I will say, reputation bar, the one that's just on this little bit here, is the main thing you need to look out for. If that goes down to 0, the game's lost. So we need to keep that as high as possible, but also um, keep the insurgents off our back and keep corruption as low as possible. Inflation's fine, corruption is not. Um, so, in terms of military, um, fast and effective combat. I'm trying to think of how I unlock that again. Which probably isn't the best thing to be hearing. um, so we've got nice police. Now, in terms of civilians, we want water, we want schools, and we want medical. We want telecoms because I think that's going to improve our area quite a bit. So watch out for inflation. Yeah, I am. Also having a look out for corruption because corruption at the minute is quite high. So that's decreased that slightly. And yeah, so what we've got to do is regional stability. We've got to get that to 100%, and that is with um, the reputation obviously not decreasing low enough that the game ends, and stopping the insurgents from the hills to kill our people off. And we've then got to try and defend them. Needs local intel. So in terms of intel, we need to just get to these places really and get the intel from these guys. So services, everything's going up around here, which is perfect. In terms of intel, government, district representatives, outreach office, PR is quite high. We then got government incentives, foreign relations office, national appearance, regional census, and local police expansion. We probably want to do that at some point. But as the game goes on, we literally need to just wait for our money to roll in. The more areas that we get, the more money that we get. So at the minute, we're going okay. New university proposed. It's the first time I've ever had this. We did not do it in the first one. Costs overrun, increase corruption, but it increases our support level. I can't do that because we don't know anything about the zone. Refuse to build it. So what would that do for us? So it's going to increase corruption by 71% chances of that and costs overrun. But it does increase our support level. I want to do it. Corruption increases, costs overrun, university built. That's fine. Corruption hasn't increased by an awful lot, but we've got a university. Not sure what that really means for us, but in terms of the area and what it will do, hopefully that's going to be okay. As the support does increase, so that's good. So the support's increased, and we've got more people helping us. Okay, so incentives for military is fine. So if we go military, we then want to go for 9 afterwards. Soldiers are training on the left hand side there, and they normally go somewhere over here. So I'm going to put them in there for now, and that could be our little area. And I then want to go for This one I haven't actually done before. Embed interpreters and local guides within each soldier unit to help them communicate with local communities. Soldiers gather intel quicker, and your support level increases. Okay, I've not done that before, so I want to do that now. And I can see corruption is rising ever so slightly. Intel's going up. Insurgents over there. So we'll go over into that area, and hopefully that will be okay. So we're up to £7. In terms of what I want to do over here, I want to go drones, but I also think that having more soldiers at the minute might be the best bet. I know they're coalition soldiers, which is not the best thing to have, but if I then put them over there, it gives us more time. See, look, we're going to be fighting two areas, I think, here at some point. Okay, so in terms of intel, they're nearly hot up on intel over there. They're making them run off into the hills, which is decent for us. So we'll make them follow them. And whilst they're doing that, we'll go for deploy national and get them deployed ASAP. Insurgents are escaping there into there, so that's perfect. We've got these guys here. And then, pretty much, we're looking at infrastructure. Looking at what we've got here. Livestock development, land rights, encourage legitimate land trade by arbitrating new contracts and clarifying land ownership, helps job market, significantly increases support level. So we want to get something like that, definitely, as that will help us increase our support level, and hopefully that will increase everything that goes on here. So we've got these two units. We're waiting for the National Guard. They've overtaken Foxtrot Oscar, so these are now escaping into Foxtrot Oscar. I'll put that unit up there and just see what happens. Insurgents are escaping from soldiers, that is fine. Intel there, so they've found a base, they can attack that base. I'm thinking about airstrikes, so that's 15 for airstrikes. What else is in this one then? So we've got civil assistance, allow soldiers to help local communities when not engaged in combat or gathering intel. Soldiers roll out incentives and increase local support. And then this one is human terrain system. Embed experts in local anthropology, religious concerns, and political science within each soldier unit. Soldiers gather intel quicker. Coalition soldiers become less likely to antagonize locals. Interesting. Okay. That is very interesting. Ooh, surprise attack. We want to try and get that ASAP sorted. That's not a good thing. Site in Foxtrot Lima chosen for Asher Delight Garrison. Build Garrison. That's perfect. That will help our soldiers out in that area, which is good. Corruption rising, so we want to sort that out when we can. That is $13, but I also then want airstrikes at 15, don't we? So that is something that we need to look out for. In terms of these little hammers, they're still going away. So in terms of infrastructure, we're still building our infrastructure. Services over here as well, so that we're building infrastructure over here. That little area is now fine, so those can go over to there, and those guys can follow them into there. And then when the deployment for this happens, we can get them over here straight away. And hopefully, we've got a thing coming up here. Rumors of insurgent gun smugglers. Okay. Payoff, dismissed concerns, unknown chance, neighbouring tribe is working for the insurgents. It's refused to get involved. Or launch raids. Deploy an immediate raid to find and destroy possible insurgent weapon catches. Or caches, even. Unknown chance, it's a local tribal dispute. I'm going to go dismiss. Oh! Increase insurgent capacity. That is not good for us. That is not good. Okay. I've oopsed myself there, I think. We're up to 20 though, so I'll go for some military, and then the next one I'll do is anti-corruption at 13. We're looking at this deployment as well. I'm going to deploy these just on the edge of the river. More children attending schools, which is great for us. The National Guard will just appear there, and then these guys are running off into here. So we'll continue them into there, and then these guys I think are going to be running off into here, which is going to be interesting as there's an explosion up there, but we haven't got that bit of land yet. Okay, so these guys are now going up to there. You're on to 17, which I said I was going to do with corruption. So corruption is then lowered, and the support's hopefully hired. We've got that area now, so we'll go branch up into that area, and we'll get those guys into there because they're now about to move into that area. As you can see, the little areas now are going green is because we've got intel in those areas. The grey areas are the ones we haven't got any intel in. So here we've not got anyone. I might move my soldiers up to into there just because they might come down into here, and it gives us a bit more space, a bit more area upstate. So what we got here: civil support, combat reinforcements, significantly increase combat bonuses that soldiers receive from garrisons. I will do that for you, sir, and I will go for civil assistance as well. I'm a bit wary about corruption being at 39%. That is something that is keeping me a bit on edge. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. We've got one of the luxury hotel proposed. Approved project, unknown chance for long-term tourism boom. Well, yeah, that's literally exactly what we've got to do there. Get the people flowing in. Right, so we've got they retake there. I don't think they will retake there. They have just dropped down as we now retake it. Airstrikes hits Sicilian. Cover-up chance is 3%, so I'm going to go for that. It's very slim that 3% is going to affect you at all. Military. Checkpoint. Improves zone security. Makes it harder for insurgents to take control. It's tempting. Airstrikes is also tempting. Rapid air rotation. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Try and get the airstrikes in as quickly as possible. These guys up here, I'm a bit worried about soldiers now. I'm very worried about soldiers, actually. I can't build a garrison just yet. When we get to $6, I can, and I definitely will. Lack of stability. So, in terms of lack of stability, what does that mean? So, lack of stability, so we've gone down to 16. So, what stability is it because we are losing zones quicker? So these are the only two stable ones. I'm guessing it's because we're losing these zones quicker than we can hold them. So in terms of what we want to do then is for that thing that I just said, we build a garrison there. Helps national guys. It's what one is it? It's for this one, and it's this one, is it? It makes it harder for insurgents to take control. So we need that next, really. So down to 58. Oh, there we go. I've just gone up. Is now stable. So the more stable these are, I'm guessing the better everything is. So that's good to see. That is very good to see. We've got these red dots coming in from here. What we got over here? I'm gonna let them do a short extension. I've gone for it. I'm gonna do a short extension. And whilst that's happening, I'm gonna get those in there because I think we're gonna need them next. I think we're definitely going to need them next. I know that I was going to go for the garrison thing, but I think having them is definitely going to be needed. Prison reforms considered. International anger, so we need 6 really, don't we? Below national standards, so we need to go up to 6 again. So we've got some more stability there from the guys. If we then increase them into there, and then increase them into there, that could solidify that a little bit. Yeah, so we need 8. We need 8 actually, which is interesting because I think we're not going to be able to get it. There we go, 8. 4 reform, gain 2 reputation. We'll extend them just for a second. I know it's going to drop our down to 50. Medicine's vastly improved. Got some people there which I'm worried about. Infrastructure's fine. Police, they've just gone down, and they've just now got that. So that's very interesting. So I'm waiting for this National Guard to come in. Got some intel down there. We're going to have an acquisition backfire here, aren't we? Okay, interesting. We're struggling again here, which is not good. Um, they're getting really outnumbered on this hillside now. Very outnumbered. I'm a bit worried that these guys are going to take here because then they've got access to this area. Because yeah, look, they've just now gone into here. This is going to be bad for us, I think. Um, it's going to be very bad for us, which is not good. Um, yeah, I need to move my soldiers about a little bit, I think. Um, it's fine, it's fine. I'm just seeing what is going to happen here. So we've got number of insurgent fighters 11. Willing to talk minus 204. So these guys have now got these places back, which is decent. I'm going to have to send them guys home. I'm going to send them guys home. However, we've now got this guard now coming in. So hopefully this then sorts us out. We've got a lot going on here now. So in terms of military, I want that sorted. So checkpoints are inbound. I then want that done. Oh, do I go for that? Or do I go for this? This is now where it comes interesting. Civil integration, equipment, power, and resources where it's needed most. On incentives to increase local support. We haven't got any surveillance drones. I'm trying to think now. We haven't got any coalition. I don't really want coalition. We might have to do some more of this, but I want to do something to sort out this. We've only got 18 left. I'm going to go for heavy ordnance. I'm going to go for that on the pretense. I say on the pretense just because. Oh, oh, they're near us. We need to stop them. We need to stop them now. Um, need to quickly stabilize zones, fund more civilian incentives to gain supporters in zones. So we need to go for incentives then, don't we? So health will go, school supplies will go, literacy will then go, polio, and that's all that we can do. So that's the infrastructure that we're going to put in place. So we've got a zone there for our infrastructure. We then made them go away. Our garrison is pretty much under attack from these guys. Shared air force, I think we'll go for, and hopefully our air force can sort this out. We're down to 45 on the old reputation. More soldiers needed to fight. They want more. How much is that? 12. I'm going to have to save up to that to get some more coalition fighters, I think. We'll increase those and just get them flying up there. Build a garrison. So we've got more garrisons, I guess. And that might help us out a little bit. As soon as we get up to 12 is then when we're going to need our coalition guys. I think if we get some more coalition, we'll then attack them a bit more and just try and get some more people just attacking that zone. Because these guys are now coming down into our garrison area, so we need to put some more people over there. And then we've got one here, unofficial contract with insurgent leaders. If they're going to try and talk, if we wait, it might not be the right time. Threaten, we'll be antagonising it will be slightly increased. I'm going to delay it. I'm going to delay it for now. Main reason why I'm going to delay it is what's happened here? Whoa, 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 whoa! Our main city's been attacked. That came out of nowhere. Interesting. Okay. Short extension. I've got to keep you there. Okay, we've got to sort this now. We've got to sort this, and I don't know how we're going to sort this now. Um, we're going to have to increase our airstriking, I think. They're now escaping, so they're going back up the hill. We've got to try and counter these guys, I think, now. I think we've got to try and counter. So have one of those guys in each of those zones. These guys are now fine. If we then drag these over here, insurgents increasingly dangerous. Interesting. Okay, so we've got soldiers in every single zone here to try and stop the insurgents, and they are just at the top of this hill. So hopefully we will be okay from now on in. Corruption's not an issue this time. We've got one over here. Counter strike. What is it? It's becoming increasingly clear that the rival foreign country is trying to destabilize the region. The region. They are providing insurgents with significant support for manpower and funding. How should we respond? Use the naval assets to attack and destabilize the region and prevent it supporting the insurgents. It will damage diplomatic relations and rival slightly cut support. Okay, so that will help us. So if the guys go into there, that will help them there. Those have just got that back, so we can go into there. So it's going to decrease our area. And then I'm guessing if we then put that there, they've not got anywhere to go. So in terms of what we can do, if we can get some more coalition guys, when the game says it's 17 is okay. 17. We've kept them on the mountain. In terms of civilian stuff, we've still got some services being put up everywhere. 17. If we go for some more coalition guys, these guys are now coming down into here, so we need to just brace for that. And then deploy these maybe just down here near the garrison. So we've got people there. I think that might be good. Insurgents destroyed, absolutely perfect. So in terms of what we've got here, we've got the National Guard up there, we've got them there. They're now going to try and come down into here, I think. So I might move them across to there for now. What we got over here? So our team have re-established communications with the insurgent leadership group. What should Asher Delight do? If we threaten them, they will be antagonised and they'll be slightly increased. There is a lower than 1% chance that they will slightly decrease support level, but gain free reputations. If we try to talk, they might refuse talks. They have refused talks, and that's decreased our reputation by 3. Interesting. Okay, that is very interesting. So at the minute, we have got them counted pretty much. So they've not really got anywhere to go. So that's interesting why they've declined that. But we're getting all of our intel perfectly done. In terms of government, we want to get some government stuff involved, I think, now. We'll go for PR and media, just so it kind of increases our reputation probably a little bit. Another war distracts coalition. Coalition is having to divert resources to help to deal with a war in another country. Advisors warn that we should make the most of our coalition forces whilst we can. Interesting. So these guys are in here, which they've just been absolutely destroyed straight away. Locals are angry about coalitions. Interesting. These guys do extend their stay because they said make the most of them as they can because they're going to be fighting in a different war. Now, if we extend them, we lose 10 reputation, though. If we send them home, it boosts the morale. I think we extend it. We lose our reputation. I'm fine with us losing our reputation because we're going to be stable. And if we increase them, we've now got that area. So in terms of what we've done here, we've got 61%, and there's no insurgents. The insurgents is now down here. So if we then put those guys into there, put these guys into there, put those guys there, we've now cornered them in that area. And hopefully that increases us perfectly in there. Police numbers soar by 71%. That is perfect. So in terms of civilian stuff, we want to go for. We might want to go for sanitary. Or we haven't even increased any of these areas. So if we go main roads and high roads, we haven't even got electricity. So that might be the next step. If we then go over there and just defeat that little area. No chance of. There you go. So if we try to talk to them, they've started peace talks. Good. Hopefully that will help. So peace talks are on the right hand side, so that's going up as we speak. Peace, political participation, insurgents to govern. We will lose 7 reputations, but it will increase it. Insurgent set up party will lose 3 reputation, or insurgents banned. It will antagonize them, but it will gain 4 reputation. So we either lose reputation, or we ban them and we antagonize them. I think we antagonize. I'm fine with antagonizing them because we'll still get our peace talks. Transitional justice, full insurgency, amnesty, 7. I think we're going to have to imprison them all, gain our reputation back up to 50. What we got up here? Site in chosen for garrison. Yeah, we'll build a garrison up there. We'll then put these down into this base for the military. So at the minute, we've got the peace talks on 53. The only insurgents, as I can see, are now in the hills. So we'll go up there and defeat them. What we got here? We've got victim ones there, so we're going to have to antagonize them. We've got to get them to apologize, increase our reputation. Coalition to... Oh, God. We'll go for that. East. We'll go for that again. A key theme in peace negotiations is what insurgents should do with their guns after peace deal is completed. Hand in all their weapons. That will give us more weapons. It increases our reputation as well. Peace talks are slowing down though, which is interesting. I might do that and just increase that. Infrastructure's going up at the minute. What have we got? Future coalition presence. Theme in the peace negotiations is the presence of coalition fighters in regions after the peace deal. What should the negotiations offer? International forces remain indefinitely. I think we'll do that. And they've now got that area back, which is very interesting. So they're still trying to get to us. Reputation has gone up to 59%, but the peace talks is at nearly 80. In terms of civilian, then we will go health program, we will go school expansion, we'll go electricity, we'll go development bank, and that will be all I go for at the minute. Just increase our infrastructure up as much as we can. Stability in the region is at 68%. So it's not overly confident of me anyway. Replacement ready for withdrawn soldiers, absolutely perfect. We've got this going on here, and we've just now defeated them again. There are neighbouring schools. We've got some deployment, so I'll put them down there. Peace negotiations complete. Sign the negotiated peace deal. It will become significantly easier to stabilise the region. Demand concessions. Regain negotiations. Demand a better deal. It will gain us reputation, or we reject the deal and we gain our reputation by 10, but we significantly antagonize the insurgents. I think we increase it by 10 on the pretenses that I think our army are in a very good position at the minute. So I think we'll be okay in terms of that. I want to get those guys over here just to help out with this little insurgents. Mobile phone networks see a increase. So in terms of what we've got here, export agencies, I think we go livestock, and I think we go commercial. I think we support our commercial areas. Haven't really done much government stuff. I'm now looking at corruption. So I'm having a look at that just to see what's going on in terms of that. We're looking at 71% stability because I think we're just waiting on these negotiations. New museum increases corruption, costs overrun, improve with oversight. I think we want to go for. And then I'm going to have a look at what I can do corruption-wise next. So I think 19 is the next one we can do for corruption. So we will sit there and wait for that. I might try and sort that out. Yeah, I definitely will sort out the corruption first. I think that's what we need to do. Do we send these guys home? I think we do. I think we increase the support, send those guys home, and I will put we've got them there, to be fair. To increase them, and we've now got the deal coming in. Reject deal. What happens if we accept it? It may reduce reputation, but it will then increase stability. So our peace deal is fine, but our stability is at 78%, 80%. It's going up significantly. Got some guys in there, so if we then counter that, sort that out, we're getting there. We're getting there very, very quickly, up to 97%. I will quickly just throw in some of this, as that's now gone down, so corruption can go down. 100% peace deal. Look at all this. We are conquering this land. Is that the victory? It's not just yet. It's not just yet. We haven't stabilized the whole area. There you go, victory. So we've stabilised the whole region in 2022 by a peace deal with the insurgents. People have hope for the future. So we've completed that map. Again, these episodes are going to be a lot longer than like a Plague Inc. because you're doing a lot more. Obviously, if you guys do want to see a bit more slowed down, then please let me know and I can slow it down even more if you want me to. But that's the first map done. If we go on to OK, it might show us an overview. There we go. So peace 100%, turns 749, support was at 20, which is not that high. Stability is at 100%, normal difficulty, reputation 74, total points 1,562 even. And then we can go to the next level, or the region stats. I want to have a look at the region stats because I think it'd be nice to have a look at that at the end. Corruption went low at the end. It was high for a bit. Money, we were flying on money. Well, we were flying on money, then we bought a load of stuff. Reputation was okay towards the end. I don't think we had that much of a problem with that. Stability, obviously, as it increased, we then went up. Insurgents, we had a massive spike there. That was when we had a lot of people trying to sort that out. Peace, obviously, we then rejected the first peace deal. But yeah, that's what I'm going to leave it as today, guys. And I will come back again for the next game, whenever that will be. I'm trying to think of the route now because obviously I've changed this one for Flycorp. So Flycorp is now probably going to be no longer on the channel unless there's a massive demand for it. Which, if you do want to see Flycorp, leave it down in the comments and I will get that sorted. But in terms of videos now, it's going to be PGA Tour, Plague Inc. and Flycorp again, and Rebel Inc. on the channel because I'm enjoying those three games the most at the minute. As I said, if you guys do want me to play a game, leave it down in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. As I said in the previous Rebel Inc. episode, videos will be going to 6 p.m. soon because I'm returning back to work soon. So they will be going live at 6 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. So there'll be a slight change on the 13th of August. So just so you know. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.